reprising your role of Justin Russo in the Wizards franchise. What is it like to return 12 years later?
It's so crazy. Every day I pinch myself when I go back in the lair. It's like going back to your childhood bedroom in a way. Like, you're older, but it's the exact same. It's crazy. It's been an absolute joy and an absolute blast.
Did you ever think you'd be back?
You know, yes and no. I mean, Selena and I would just hang out so much over the years, and then I got married, and my wife and Selena became close, and she would just come over, and we'd just be talking, reminiscing on old memories, and talking about what our characters would be doing nowadays. And after a while, I was like, Selena, we should just have this conversation in front of Disney. I have a feeling it would go well. And that's what we did. And we pitched a show idea. And the thing that fueled us the most, though, was wanting to bring back those family values in a sitcom format for a whole new generation.
What has that been like now to not only return, in your role, but now in the, executive producer chair?
It's been a dream come true. Like, I've been doing this since I was a little kid too, 25 years now, and I've learned a lot of lessons, good and bad. And my goal was just to try to contribute a culture and an atmosphere that is very productive and very healthy. And all along the way, every step of the way, that's been a conscious decision in the hiring of everyone we've brought on board. And it's really produced a lot of fruit. I mean, the thing that I think made Wizards special was we were a family off and on camera. We really had each other's backs off camera, and I think the chemistry was apparent on camera. So I really sought to create that, and I think it shows it on camera. And I'm very blessed that we have such a wonderful cast of young new kids. You're going to meet Janice in a second here, but they really help embody that culture nicely. And it's a blast. We're having an absolute blast, so I'm excited for you guys.
What were you doing when you found out that you got the role of Billy, and how did you celebrate?
Well, I was actually sleeping.
You and Freya!
And then my mom busted in my room with my agent on the phone. And my agent was like, "You are in big trouble, young lady." I'm like, "What'd I do?" And then she said, "You got the role." It didn't process to me for a minute, and then my mom just went downstairs. She was crying. My dad, he was really excited. Then I went downstairs, and they hugged me, and then I went back upstairs, and I didn't want them to see that I was crying, but I started crying. Aww. Because that was a time when I was starting to feel really insecure in myself. I don't know, I'm getting emotional.
It's okay. No, we got tissues. And you know what? I want to say one thing. I'm a big advocate for mental health, huge advocate. And thank you. Tears are good. As we just saw with Inside Out 2, emotions are good. It's how we process those emotions is what matters. So bring on the tears. These are great tears. So, but what did you do to celebrate? So once it's soaked in and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm the new lead of a Disney Channel series.
Well, we didn't really get to celebrate because it was really busy at the time, but I think for me, how we celebrated was we just gave the Lord his flowers.